Oh my gosh, this could be one of the last videos I film in this room. Or, oh well. Hello everyone, it has been a while. I realised yesterday that I'd only actually filmed one proper video in January and I was like, ugh, that's not great. And I haven't had ideas of what I wanted to film on this channel, which is why I didn't film anything. So I thought I would ask on Instagram for some questions and we just do a good old-fashioned Q&A, because when you've got nothing else to film, you film a Q&A. I do actually have a Shein order on the way, so hopefully in the next few weeks I will do a Shein haul. You guys know I love doing hauls on this channel. But yeah, we're going to be doing a Q&A because I've got nothing else to do. And I asked over on Instagram. You should definitely go follow me on Instagram if you aren't already, because, you know, if you want to ask me a question, then you can do it and it will get into this video. I got asked quite a lot of questions, so we will go through some of them and answer them for you today. As I was scrolling through, I kind of noticed that a lot of them were very similar, and one of the questions that came up quite often, slash topics that came up quite often, was about me being single. Now, if you are a long-time viewer of this channel, you know I was in a long-term relationship, and if you watched my most recent video, which was uploaded a couple of weeks ago in January, then you know my relationship ended back in September and I have been single ever since. So I've been single for a couple of months and I got asked several questions about it. So we've got, so you're single now, do you date in COVID? I guess you mean, have I been on dates during this pandemic? Yes, I have actually been on a couple of dates during the pandemic. It's very weird. I was in a very long-term relationship for like 4.5 years, and then, you know, having to be single after that amount of time is weird enough, let alone having to then navigate being single in a worldwide pandemic. Like, it is a bit of a mind fuck for me, I'm not gonna lie. But yes, I've been on dates with 4 different guys, and some of them got more than one date, so yeah. That's as much detail as I'm going to go into about that, because I actually am going to be doing a collab video with my best friend Coral, who currently has like a podcast series style video series on her channel, where she talks all things about being single, and she has invited me to go and film. So, well, we're going to do it over Zoom, but yeah, hopefully that will be up in a couple of weeks time. So if you want to know more about my single life, definitely go over to her channel. I will share a link to the video when it goes up. So yeah, I got asked a couple of questions about that, and that's kind of all I'm saying on it. I don't really want to go into too much detail just because it is my private life and I'm enjoying being single, and I'm gonna leave it at that. How much safe are your place at present? I'm assuming you mean in terms of the pandemic. I don't know, it's a weird one. I don't leave my house unless I really have to, and I don't get on public transport. Like, if I am leaving my house, I'm walking to somewhere because I don't trust public transport. So I feel quite safe in the fact that I am just staying inside like we're all meant to. In terms of like the numbers of cases and stuff, it's like really bad over here. Like, I can't even talk about it because it makes me so mad about the way that the government has handled this, but yeah, it's not good. But I personally am safe. I have not yet had COVID, touch wood, and hopefully I don't ever get it. But yeah, a lot of people are getting the vaccines now, or like the older generation are getting a lot of vaccines, which is really helpful. So hopefully things are starting to get better, but it's still kind of too early to say. We're still in a 3rd lockdown, although I think in like a week or 2 things are meant to ease up, but no one really knows. I don't watch the news anymore. It makes me so sad, so I just find out as it comes, to be honest. What's your favorite country apart from your own country? I love Spain, I really do. I went to Barcelona last January. I vlogged it if you want to go have a look. I do love Spain. I visited Spain quite a lot. I also love Amsterdam, which I know is not a country, it's a city, so I guess the Netherlands I love. Yeah, I don't know what it is about Amsterdam. I just think it's such a peaceful city and it's so pretty, it's so beautiful, and I would love to live there one day. How did you spend your lockdown? Has it been very strict, and have COVID cases in your area reduced? Ooh, no, COVID cases have not reduced. I briefly mentioned this earlier in the other question. How have I spent lockdown? Well, this is the 3rd lockdown that I've currently been in, and I've actually been learning bass. If you follow me on Instagram, you may have seen me playing my bass guitar. I've had my bass for like 1.5 years, and I've just been putting off trying to learn it, even though I really want to. I feel really cool when I play the bass, just saying. For some reason I just haven't learned it, and this lockdown has been the time that I've actually decided to learn it. So I've been playing bass, I've been making graphic art, which is really cool. I've been going on a lot of walks this lockdown, and in lockdown 2.0 as well, so which is something I didn't do in the first lockdown. So yeah. Has it been very strict? No, it hasn't been very strict at all. It's ridiculous how like blurry the lines are between what the government have said, so it doesn't feel like a strict lockdown at all, if I'm being honest. Any plans to visit India? Hopefully one day. I don't have the money right now, and obviously with the global pandemic I'm not traveling anywhere. I don't plan to travel anywhere. I certainly don't have the money, but one day, I mean, I want to see as much of the world as possible in my lifetime, but money is definitely tight at the moment, so we'll see. What is picture depicted in UK education system that you think is odd? I think it's odd that we don't learn about like colonialisms and like what countries we colonized. In our history we learn about like kings and queens and stuff, like we learn about Henry VIII, we learn about World War II, but we're not taught about the colonization of all the countries that we took over and did horrible things to, and I think it's so wrong that we're not taught about that. So that is definitely something I would change in the education system. I have signed petitions to help that change, and I do think it needs to be done. So yeah, that. What is your biggest achievement? Honestly, it might still be the fact that I got awarded Best Student Director at the London City Film Awards in 2017. I still find it really hilarious that that happened. I will post a picture on screen of me winning my award. I made a whole video about it. I'll leave it linked at the end if you want to go check it out for yourself, and I'll put a link in the description. But yeah, I won an award for Best Director for a student film couple of years ago, which is pretty crazy. And I think achieving a first-class degree in film production for my university degree is a pretty huge achievement as well, which I'm very proud of. Do you always eat potatoes? This one really made me laugh. If you follow me on Instagram, I'm always posting about the roast potatoes that I make, because I'm sorry, but I make the best banging roasties ever. Like, I'm just throwing that out there. I really do. Me and my sister and my mum all make the best roast potatoes. But yeah, I'm always eating potatoes because there's so much you can do with a potato. You can have a jacket potato, you can make roast potatoes, you can make chips, you can make wedges, you can make mashed potato. That's 5 things, different meals you can have using this one vegetable. Like, it's amazing. If I had to only eat one thing, it would be potatoes. There's so much you can do. I'm very happy about potatoes. I love potatoes. Thank you for that question. What's your biggest fear in life? You know what, this is actually something I've never spoken about, and I've really been thinking about it a lot recently. I'm kind of terrified to have kids, and I've never said it to anyone, and I've just kind of said it online. I think I'm scared about like giving birth, in all honesty. I don't know, like, it's taken me a really long time to love my body and love myself, and obviously when you go through pregnancy, when you give birth to a baby, your body goes through so many changes, and it just really worries me that like I'll just hate myself when I'm pregnant or afterwards. And that sounds like I'm really just thinking about myself. Like, it terrifies me that I might have to have an emergency C-section. I don't know why, it really does. I'm kind of scared about that. Like, I would love to have kids, don't get me wrong, and I know I would hopefully be quite a good mum, but it really terrifies me about the changes to my body, about potentially having an emergency C-section and having that huge scar down the middle of my chest for like the rest of my life. I'd like to think that when I'm older and actually ready to have kids, it won't be so much of an issue, but yeah, literally the past like couple of years I've been thinking about it and being like, oh my gosh, it's kind of scary. So yeah, that's something I've never said to anyone. Cool, let's move on. Are you staying with your parents? No, so currently I'm still living with my ex. Fun, I know, like I said, we did break up in September. We were living together for 2 years, but our contract doesn't end until actually the day I'm uploading this. So technically he should have moved out this week, but it's a whole thing. Estate agents are the worst, am I right? But yeah, I'm not living with family. I'm living with my ex still, but I do have someone moving in in a couple of weeks time, and I'm sure I'll make a whole video about it, and I'm very excited. I'm gonna be living with a girl again and I can't wait. Which YouTuber would you date, kiss or slap? Oh, well, I have a story for you. This actually only happened like last week. I could have got a date with a YouTuber. I'm gonna save the whole story for another time because I think I can make quite a good video out of it because it was quite a funny situation. So I'm not gonna mention who it was, but it was quite a big British YouTuber, I'm not gonna lie. But if I had to kiss, date or slap, I would date Joe Sugg, I think, because he's like really kind of cute. And he just seems like a really nice guy. I would slap Jack May. I love his videos, don't get me wrong, I think he's a great person, but I think he would just be like really kind of fun to slap. Does that sound weird? Like, I feel like he'd be up for it if I was just like, you know what, I like your videos, but I feel like sometimes you just need to slap. So I'd slap Jack May. Who would I kiss? I'm gonna have to go on YouTube and check out who I watch. Maybe Jack Howard, he's kind of good looking and he makes really cool videos as well actually. Can you tell us about your struggles, like how you got your job and staying away from family feels like? So I was actually alone for Christmas, which when I first got the news I was obviously very upset. My ex had gone back home to his family and my mum was already in a support bubble with my nan, so I couldn't go see her for Christmas. So yeah, I was alone, but I didn't feel alone. It was actually quite nice, you know, I got to do what I want. But I was on FaceTime with my mum like all day. I had video calls and phone calls with like family and friends, so I didn't feel alone. In terms of my job, I just got really lucky. I hate to say it, but it was just timing and who I know. So funny story, my flatmate Becca was trying to sell a bike to a lady in the building that we were living in at the time, and turns out the woman she was trying to sell the bike to was a producer for commercials, and she said, hey, we need another runner for a shoot next week, are you free? And I'd literally just handed in my final piece of university work, and so yeah, I was available to work straight away, and that was nearly 3 years ago, and they've been hiring me ever since. So it really was just luck, and if I hadn't got that job, I don't know what I'd be doing. Thank you so much for all the questions. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do give it a thumbs up. Like I said, if you want to participate in my next Q&A, definitely go follow me on Instagram because I will be asking for questions over there. The link is in the description and pops up like here, I guess. So definitely follow me on Instagram. Also follow me on Twitter as well because I tweet every so often. Thank you to everyone who sent in a question. I hope you enjoyed this video. Feel free to hit the subscribe button. We're nearly at 3,000 subscribers on this channel, which is kind of mad. So thank you so much. If you recently subscribed, thank you if you've been a subscriber for a really long time. It really means a lot to me. And yeah, let me know if you have any other content that you want me to make in the future, because I don't have many ideas, but like I said, I will be doing a haul when my Shein order comes. I am very excited. So yeah, hopefully I will see you soon with a new video. Thanks for watching. Bye everyone.